Hey guys, Mizuki here. We need to talk about one of gaming's greatest modern tragedies. No, not the death of split-screen multiplayer. Not microtransactions turn your favorite games into glorified slot machines. I'm talking about Sony's never-ending, mind-numbing, soul-sucking obsession with remakes and remasters. Specifically, the tragic tale of Until Dawn, a game that got a remake absolutely no one asked for, but Sony, in all its infinite wisdom, decided to throw at us. Anyway, now, Until Dawn, for those of you who may have been living under a rock but just have a good taste in horror games, was that one interactive horror movie game where a bunch of attractive, totally not stereotypical teenagers get hunted down one by one by a spooky serial killer. It was the whole thing when it first dropped on PlayStation 4. Streamers loved it, YouTubers milked it for all it was worth, and audience generally got their pants scared off. A win for everyone involved, but you know what they say, if something works perfectly fine, remake it until it doesn't. So Sony, in all its brilliance and infinite wisdom, decided that what the world desperately needed in 2024 was an Until Dawn remake. And guess what happened? It belly flopped into the gaming industry like an Olympic diver who forgot how to swim. Not just a little flop, no. We are talking Titanic level. Concorde levels here, straight to the bottom of the ocean level flop. And if you don't know what Concorde is, exactly, it failed so hard nobody even remembers it. And now, my dear viewer, prepare yourself for what I'm about to say, because this is not easy. Get this, apparently, Until Dawn performed worse than Concorde. How is it even possible? And now, the studio that worked on this masterpiece of mediocrity is basically done. Finito, adios. It turns out that when you keep regurgitating old content that people already own, slap a new label on it, and expect them to pay full price again, eventually they just stop. Who knew that? Oh wait, literally everyone except Sony. But now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the remake was bad in terms of, like, pure technical quality, but that's the thing, it doesn't even need to be bad for it to bomb. It turns out that gamers, those mythical creatures with wallets Sony seems to think are bottomless, aren't stupid. We know when we are being sold the same thing over and over and over again. We know when a game is being pushed out just to squeeze more money out of nostalgia. And we definitely know that Sony has a bad habit of prioritizing remakes that no one cares about while ignoring the ones people actually want. Like, oh, I don't know, Bloodborne maybe? Hello Sony, are you there? Are you listening? You have an audience practically begging you for a Bloodborne remake, remaster, PC port, anything really. And what do? You ignore it. Instead, you give us Until Dawn remake that nobody even had on their bingo cards of things that should happen in 2024. Like, who was sitting at Sony HQ going, you know what we need right now? Not a new game, not a fresh idea, no. Let's take an 8-year-old horror game that still holds up fine and just do it again. Genius, absolutely groundbreaking innovation right there. And of course, we're not here just because Until Dawn, because it doesn't stop there, no. The Sony Remake Express has no breaks. Next stop, Days Gone Remastered, because clearly, that's what the people wanted, right? Not a sequel, not new content, just another excuse to slap a remastered sticker on a game that was already pretty enough on the PlayStation 4, because why innovate when you can just keep reselling the same goddamn thing over and over and over again. Baka. And let's be honest here, Sony isn't even good at this. If they at least followed Capcom's playbook, you know, releasing high-quality remakes while also working on actual new games, then maybe maybe people wouldn't be so mad about it. But nope. Instead of Resident Evil situation where we get an Re2, remake, and Re8 in the same breath, Sony just wants to keep tangling nostalgia in front of us like a cat toy and hoping we throw money at it. And now, because the doll flopped harder than a fish out of water, the studio behind it, Palace Moon, has pretty much ceased to exist. Reports say that the developers worked crazy and paid overtime to push this project out, only to have the whole thing crash and burn so hard that now the studio is pretty much ghosting its own employees. The devs put in blood, sweat and tears, and Sony basically responded with "cool story, bro." Anyway, moving on. Honestly, at this point, I have to wonder, does Sony even like making money anymore? Because it sure seems like they are allergic to the idea of listening to their audience. The Until Dawn remake wasn't a disaster because of the devs. It flopped because no one wanted it in the first place. It was a complete waste of time, effort, and money. And now, Sony's latest failed experiment has cost actual people their jobs. Bravo! Truly, chef's kiss levels of corporate incompetence right here. So, according to the trophy sniffing data miners at True Trophies, Until Dawn's release on PS5 had a shocking 28% fewer players than Concord. Yes, Concord, the game that you probably didn't even know it existed anymore. Let us sink in for a second, I know you need it. Imagine launching a remake, more like a slightly polished cash grab, and still getting stomped by a game that had the same hype level as a new Excel spreadsheet update. Embarrassing. And the PC version? Oh, bless its heart. It didn't do much better. The peak concurrent players 2,600. Now, before you get all excited and think that is a lot, let's put it to perspective. When Sony finally started tossing their exclusive scraps to the PC peasants, games like God of War pulled in 35,000 players. Ghost of Tsushima hit 77,000, and Spider-Man soared beyond that. But Until Dawn, 2,600 player only. That's the kind of number you see when your mom and her book club accidentally download the game, thinking it's a mystery novel. So, what do we owe this massive cataclysm failure to? Oh, I don't know. Maybe Sony's never-ending love affair with low-effort re-releases. Instead of, I don't know, making new games, Sony decided to take the copy-paste approach that even the laziest high school student would be ashamed of. And then they slap a premium price tag on it, because, obviously, you should be grateful to be robbed in 4K resolution. It is not like updating games is some impossible feature. CD Projekt Red somehow managed to drop massive updates for Cyberpunk and The Witcher 3 that didn't cost players a dime. But Sony, nah, they'd rather make you pay full price again. What was it? $60 for this glorified masterpiece. A game that, let's be real, should have just been an update patch for existing owners. Love that for us. And the worst part, we've seen this play out before. Sony keeps throwing these half-hearted remasters at us, like a fast food worker tossing old fries into a new box, expecting us to say, "Wow, amazing, thank you." Meanwhile, the gaming community is collectively side-eyeing them like, "Bro, we've played this game before." Literally, it is like Sony is allergic to innovation. Look at their big-name franchises. The Last of Us? Done. God of War? Wrapped up, probably. Uncharted? Finished. Gran Turismo shows up on CDKs like a comet. And what's Sony's solution to this? More Marvel characters, because clearly, what the gaming world desperately needs is yet another superhero game. Oh, and Wolverine, yeah, the leaks aren't looking too great for that one either. Yay, more reasons to suffer and be disappointed in 2025. And let's not even start on how Sony keeps pretending like third-party exclusives are the same as first-party games. Oh look, we got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth! Yeah, because Sony definitely definitely made that. Spoiler, they didn't. They just wrote a check and told Square Enix to keep it PlayStation exclusive for a bit. It's like paying for bottle service and pretending you own the club. So what do we do, Mizuki? What is left for us? A whole lot of, we'll see. Maybe Ghost of Tsushima 3. Maybe another Death Stranding, which, newsflash, isn't even a Sony game. Just another timed exclusive. Meanwhile, Xbox is over here buying up studios like a rich kid collecting Pokemon cards. And Nintendo? Well, they are just printing money by re-releasing Mario Kart 8 for the 500th time, and somehow people are still buying it. But before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank you all my patrons that support my work here on YouTube, and especially my three-tailed fox tier members Heath Rowell and Fenny Sylvy for the incredible support to my work. You guys are amazing. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon, link is in the description below. Sony needs to wake up. They need to see these flop numbers and realize that gamers are sick of paying premium prices for reheated leftovers. If people start voting with their wallets and skipping these lazy remasters, maybe... Oh my god, just keep it down. Sony will be forced to start making actual new games again. Remember when they used to do that? Oh, good times that never come back. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a fox with way too many opinions. Like, comment, bells, and subscribe. Bye!